So if you guys didn't check out last week's fish delivery, we actually found something really cool right in the middle of it. These are albino plecos actually bred together in the big tank and had babies. They actually, Eric found eggs in the tank and they accidentally got knocked loose. So he scooped up the eggs, moved them to a different tank, and he was going to give them to someone to hatch out, but then they hatched by themselves. So it was really cool. And when we first saw them last week, we saw them as basically, they looked mostly like the little yellow eggs with tiny little tails swimming around. But this week they've gotten much bigger. Alright, so in this tank, we're going to get a better look at the parents today. There's the mama. She's hiding behind that stick here today. And then there's the daddy. He came out. He came out so you could see him. Look at that face. That is a strange face for a fish. Now you can see why they're called bristlenose. Can't really see that on the babies. Okay, I have just learned something incredible. I asked Eric why the female doesn't have any bristles since she's a bristlenose pleco. Bristlenose pleco females do not have bristles. I had no idea that the males were the only ones that had bristles. So that's a pretty cool way of telling if your adult pleco is a boy or a girl, if it's got bristles or not. That's cool. Alright, so we are at the tank where we have the babies. They have grown like maybe, I'd say about 2.5 to 3 times as large as they were last week. Real quick, we'll show you kind of what they look like beforehand. And now we're going to show you what they look like today. Here they are. They actually look like plecos now. Look at all those little babies. They absorbed all their yolk from their eggs, and now they're each individual little plecos with their little sucker mouths. They're working. They're just a little bit too tiny. I'd probably need like a camera with a macro function to kind of capture what their mouths look like. But to give you an idea of how big these guys are, I'll put my pointer finger up there. So they are very little itty bitty. So you can actually see their little heart beating if you look closely. It's the little red spot right above their guts there, that black portion. And here's one that's not on the glass. Look at how little he is. You can see right through him. He looks as translucent as glass.
Yeah. So,
I'm not sure how many babies they had. They had quite a few. And I don't know if we got all the eggs or not. There's probably a few eggs left over. But those eggs only took a couple of weeks to hatch. They don't take very long. Or maybe even less than that. Maybe like 7 days. I'm not sure. Even their eyes are translucent, like the eyes are pale white. See that? Isn't that awesome? We got a few out here. We got a not for sale sign because of course they're not for sale yet. They're way too little. And they're all by themselves because otherwise they'd be eaten. Yes, I'm looking at you. You would eat them all, wouldn't you?
what?
Yes, you would. You would eat them all. Mr. Oscar. Yeah, we thought you'd just get a kick out of looking at those little guys. Seeing how much they grew since last week. They grow really fast.